What they saying? Is that you?
Yeah.
Q? No, that's Baltimore.
That's Baltimore, yeah.
My bad. Down the street, from DC. But whatever. All right. So I had a question, man. Do men? And I was debating whether or not to even ask this question, right? But I don't give a fuck. So, do men prefer beauty or great sex? That is something I got from the soft white underbelly.
Great,
right?
Beauty.
Beauty or great sex?
Beauty for me.
Okay. But men as a whole.
Yeah, but I'm just talking. I can only speak for me. I'm talking. I'm going.
I get you.
I need
but
the
as
pretty.
a whole, what do you think about
I'll
men?
teach y'all to do all the other shit. We'll get this shit rolling and cracking. We can get this shit.
I love that.
Get this shit kind of cracking.
I'm talking about men as a whole.
Oh, men as a whole.
I mean, either way, even if you stuck with, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
beauty,
but no,
I'm with you.
But no, even with that, because nigga, you don't know if she have great sex till after you see how she looks. You're going up to her because of how she looks.
Okay.
You're gonna approach like men can sit up here and say they go for character, they go for loyalty and all that. Nigga, you go for looks first, because if she don't look good to you, you're not gonna get to all that other stuff from the get go.
Okay.
She has to look. Now, I'm not saying my look good and y'all look good is the same, because I might think something
probably
look
is
good.
Close though. Like motherfuckers look good don't be that different.
Yeah,
like,
but some of
it
universal, but some of it's not universal though.
Like who would fall off the not universal chart? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't wanna be putting nobody
if we
out
put
there.
a celebrity in this bit, like yeah. And what I mean by beauty, I'm talking about like just basically
Kelly Rowland. I think all of us think she beautiful.
Yeah, Kelly, yes.
Let's see who else.
But who would somebody be like, okay, that's up in the air?
Somebody that's in between.
Like maybe that's a celebrity.
That's a good day, a bad day.
I'll give you one.
Who?
Like a Viola Davis, right? I wouldn't particularly, you know what I'm saying? But Viola ain't ugly to me, but it's not like motherfucker cold. You see what I'm saying?
She cold because she got a little money and a little power.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what most people.
Obviously, that'll.
Yeah, that raised eyebrow. Like they say, Oprah fine as hell. Like
Oprah, another one, right? So, yeah, I mean, when you work billions, you fine.
Kind of fine.
Didn't Jay-Z say that? He said,
yeah.
"I'm not ugly. I'm a millionaire, or so I'm rich, or something like that."
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he stole that from somebody, but
yeah, when you got women tend to think you're a little bit cuter, because it's a whole bunch of NBA players that I don't think women would go for if they didn't have money.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about the height or whatever. They would not go for those NBA players.
Travis Hunter?
I'm about to say that.
Travis Hunter?
Who was Travis?
Is that his name? Travis? His first name is Travis. But
fool from Colorado.
Oh, like a little monkey?
Look like something. I don't know what he
Look
look
like. Little chimpanzee. Little ape going on. Yeah. You can call me. I know I like a gorilla. That's what it is.
So overall, do you think
Big
guys? What about you, Space? Do you think guys go for beauty, or do you think they go for great sex?
Coochie. Coochie. He said coochie.
It's tough because I know somebody specifically that he said good sex was a requirement, period. Like, if she doesn't have good sex, he cannot be with her.
How would a motherfucker know good sex? It on us.
Okay.
Hey.
I don't know what just happened.
I don't know what happened. But, yeah, so back to you said, so you got a homie. You said great sex is a requirement. Is great sex just the best shit that you ever had? Or, like, what the fuck is niggas talking about?
I'm confused about that being. I err on the side of Maul with that response, with that the comparison.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, the sex is the least. You'll be mad at each other if you're talking time, right? Time dedicated to this. There will be more time dedicated to being mad at each other or having this what's the word I'm looking for? Having like tension towards each other.
Yeah.
You'll spend more time with that than you will being in sexual situations with each other. So if you're dedicating your efforts and like a requirement to be with this person, if you're saying that that's a requirement, then you're specifying something that is the shortest aspect of a relationship.
Okay. How many hours in a week?
168.
168. You probably spend like 2 of those having sex. Total.
That's a good question.
Say word.
About two to three. Motherfuckers not. You got jobs and motherfucker got money. Motherfuckers not fucking for hours. I ain't trying to hear that. You out here fucking for hours, nigga. You broke and you ain't
First
got
of
no
all,
money.
I would say niggas is doing less than that.
What?
average-
Less than 2?
The average.
Absolutely, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
First of all, niggas is not lasting like that.
I'm just trying to give him a.
I'm not even doing that. That's the problem. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Average sex is 15 minutes.
15, 20.
I think I might be over. Like,
Yes,
you
you
know
are.
what I'm saying? I
You
think
are.
it might be 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
So
sure.
and the average time per week is minutes.
Yeah,
Niggas is
I'm
not
just
doing.
yeah. Motherfuckers is not doing that for out of the
Yeah,
week.
they're not prepping. You know.
No,
Prepping is
Motherfuckers,
crazy.
motherfuckers, like if you getting like bro, how they say, broke dudes have the best D. Nigga, I'd rather have some mediocre D and have some money than have the best D and be broke. I'm gonna go ahead and be honest with you.
That's the deal. Is that like right? So because I think I was talking to Stogie about this, and it was like, well, a lot of times guys go for the low hanging fruit, right? So which is gonna be the ugly chick. So if the ugly chick,
Average. I go average.
the low hanging fruit is the ugly chick, the bitch that's answering the phone at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. That's
I ain't got nothing going on. She
The
waiting on
security
your phone
guard.
call. Oh, thank God he called me.
She got
an
a little curly chin,
Yeah,
a little,
she got some
one
shit
little,
going on.
one little
but
piece of hair.
You wonder why the hood like it's a bunch of them who had kids, right? So somebody
Booger
popping
Wolves.
them off. Yeah, somebody popping them off.
They got
But-
kids.
And they have kids, absolutely. So I feel like what you just said, right? So Buddy, you know, he ain't got no job or something, or whatever. So he fucking for a place to stay,
Facts.
right?
Homosexuals. Shout out to Gilly, them homosexuals.
Is it
homosexual.
hobo?
Homosexuals.
Exactly.
Homosexuals.
Crazy. A homosexual is even more wild.
Homosexual.
Damn. But
Gilly and Wallow.
ugly chick to me also, like if she trying to keep a dude, her sex game is gonna be even more crazy, right? She's gonna go out. She's just gonna go above and beyond.
Yeah, she gonna
Right?
be doing all type of wild
And this
shit.
is why motherfuckers have a problem with the pretty chick, because they be like, oh man, the pretty chicks don't be on nothing, because it ain't been required for them to do shit.
Just being pretty is all she had ever had to do. She's
Right.
never been told no. She's never been like stood up. She's never been nothing. Everything is always like kind of handed to her. That's why I take pleasure in telling pretty chicks no. No.
They don't know how to handle it.
No. I don't give no fuck if you gonna handle it from me. No.
No,
It's a complete sentence. No. No.
Says complete sentence. No, it's
No.
a complete sentence.
No is a complete sentence. No.
Period.
Period. That's it.
no. Generally speaking, it's tough to decide between the two because they kind of coincide with each other. I was actually on what was it? I was on 2K's live this week. I called in, and
Shout out to 2K.
shout out to 2K
Shout out to
and Kelly and Black. But in the DPMO morning show, I said men aren't approaching, because it was talking about the male and female, can they be friends? This was one specific aspect of this conversation, and
He say nah. Yeah, they can.
and I agree. I agree.
No, they can't.
look, let me tell you.
That ain't a bitch you try you would smash then. Otherwise, that's not
Hey,
nobody.
I was just finna
that,
throw
that
a
ain't
joke in
nobody
there.
you
Hey,
smash.
guess what? You can be friends.
Yeah, that
After a
ain't,
nigga fuck.
right. That ain't nobody you smash.
After you fuck, y'all gonna be good friends.
This is a booger
Let's get
wolf.
this out the way. Let's get
is
this
a-
out the way.
Ooh.
We gonna get this out the way real quick.
All right.
We gotta get this out the way, then we can be
It's
friends.
one of the two ways, right? She's either the booger wolf or you the booger wolf.
One of the two.
Yeah, damn it.
Hey, I mean,
two
but-
attractive people ain't finna be like.
No, but okay.
But
I will give you to the percentages. I'm sorry. I will give you to the percentages is more are on your side, but you can be, but it's a low percentage of men that can do it.
Look,
I just put it like that.
Look, I'm with Will. Nothing is absolute here. But I'm saying two attractive
2K was good, bro.
Yo, what up,
We were just
2K?
talking about you.
two attractive people is not finna sit up here and be like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? No.
You getting it cracking?
So they gonna get it cracking. That's biology. Men and women really can't be around each other like that without somebody thinking sexual. At least one point in it. You don't meet a girl and be like, man,
She'll be a great friend.
she'll be a great friend.
That's exactly what I said on
Nobody
2K's
does
live.
that.
On DPMO morning show. That's exactly what dudes aren't looking at girls and saying, you know what? You would be an excellent best friend.
No, she wouldn't, because that motherfucker gonna be a liability. That's another motherfucker in your pockets, damn near like your motherfucking wife.
Niggas is trying to look, man.
I ain't even gonna lie. You can't tell me that women don't become like, man, that's like another wife you got that you ain't fucking.
Look, man, I'm an ON, man. You see this gray hair?
Dang, I wish I knew it was that. I would pull up the live. I don't know which day it was.
Shit, man. I be knowing shit.
I don't know which day it was because exactly what you're saying every day is what they were saying in the what we were talking about in the live. But
you can't be attracted to each other. They gonna.
I mean,
smash?
Well,
somebody's gonna be attracted to somebody more than the other.
Okay.
Right, so I guarantee you, if it was a chance that friend, now you might, a motherfucker might be scared. Like, oh, that's my friend. I don't.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck up the relationship.
Right, but you probably would.
You think it would?
Yeah, somebody would.
But the what would be deemed as an attractive man? This is the difference. An attractive man, what women would deem attractive, will still smash an ugly chick.
Absolutely, them niggas do it all the time.
Sexual opportunities, right?
In the hood, you see this shit. I mean,
David, what's good, bro?
EXPH, what's going on?
Whatever.
But it's
yeah, Trey is cracking everything. He's a wild boy. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all mean everything is in what?
Everything.
Okay. No comment whatsoever. None whatsoever. I don't have none whatsoever.
And if you ain't gonna give it to him, he gonna take it, nigga.
I ain't got no comment.
He gonna take it if you don't give it to him. Allegedly.
I didn't know how I was gonna say it.
Trey, we can fight too, nigga. I heard you like be trying to fight. You know what I'm saying? We can fight.
And you better not hope I ain't there, because we whooping your ass. We straight jumping you. I ain't even gonna lie. We gonna stomp you out, cuz.
Hey, trending news.
Whoa, this is going left. This is going left.
Trey Songz stomped out by the No Key podcast in some spaces.
Hey, how May
I'll
said,
be over there.
How May said, we'll choke you out, buddy. We gonna choke you out, Pat. How May said it, gonna choke you out.
Space is gonna be like, I just want to leave.
Y'all, I gotta go right now.
Yeah, be on that. Better hope I ain't that, boy. Because I'm sure.
How did this escalate to this?
No, he just
Where
said
did this
because
go
Trey
from?
Songz like fighting and he wanted to pull up on motherfuckers fighting. And I just told him, you better hope I'm not there. Because I'm kicking him too.
Trey be like, I be fighting hoes, I fight niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. But no, generally speaking, I think guys are. It's tough to, like I said, it's tough to delineate between the two because guys are approaching women based off of their looks with the intent to. Happy Father's Day, 2K.
Hey, happy Father's Day, 2K. Yeah, go ahead, man.
They're approaching women based on their looks with the intent to have sex.
Yeah.
So they kind of they coincide with each other. Now, if we have to choose, which is what the question was, but if we have to choose, I would say looks. Because looks is the first step, regardless of whatever his intent is.
Yeah, you gotta think you're cute.
Yeah, regardless of whatever his intent is.
Yeah.
Now, he's distracted by sex in a lot of cases. Yeah. But, and I find that, those situations where a guy is approaching a woman because of the desire to have sex, those don't last. Those relationships or situations don't last.
Like 2 o'clock in the morning. One for calling you 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what this for.
Right. So I had a little time to think about it, and I think temporarily men may, great sex might be a thing, but in order to, you had to have it first, right? So you had to have the great sex with the person. But temporarily, I think it may be great sex, but don't nobody want to sell off with no mud duck. Like,
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to sell off with the ugly chick.
OG said you don't think women do the same thing. What do you mean specifically, OG?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't be knowing about them.
So what was happening in this conversation to where this particular question came up?
No, that was just
or was it just a question that they asked?
It was just a question kind of brought up in the podcast. That was the soft white underbelly, and it was just kind of presented, and I thought it was interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because it is like, well, which one would you prefer? Like, right, somebody who's beautiful looking, right, with subpar sex, or somebody who's ugly with great sex?
First one. I could, like Maul said, we can work through that. We can figure that out.
Right, you can teach them whatever.
We can figure that out.
And that's what I was saying was that like it hasn't been required. Like it's like if
look at Will.
If you got I mean, I'll be honest. if you got a chick like that was super, super freaky, right? You be like, damn, this bitch.
I was just finna fucking say that. I was just finna. That's why I'm waiting till you get through. I was just about to say that. Like this bitch done been around. If she's so super good and you up in there for 2 minutes and she done got you off that quick, like, bro, who else you been doing this to?
I mean, because it's gonna come to that, right? But somebody's a little bit more reserved. You can't be like, okay, maybe you got to give them some motivation to do so. That's all. That's all. But I thought it was an interesting conversation that the soft white underbelly. It wasn't particularly just about that. It was a whole thing. It was about 2 psychiatrists, and they were just just conversing about men and women behavior. Yeah. So.
I don't know why that keeps happening, but I saw a video a long time ago. I'm probably not going to be able to find it this quick, but long story short, this woman said, just like y'all saying, this woman said, a man would be blessed to have her in a relationship because of how good she is at giving head.
Like how many?
She's one-dimensional, huh?
No. That's only like go so far.
She said he would be lucky to have her because of how good she is.
It's only so much fellatio I'm gonna go into. Like, what else you do, baby? I like. Let me start.
That
I was just start talking like we ain't
that light bill do.
I was just gonna start talking like we wasn't even on podcast too. Like, let me stop.
Go ahead, Ma.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not.
That light bill do. Fuck that head shit.
Yeah,
and that's also what I was thinking about with the question that you asked, because it's like, okay, cool. So you're pretty. Now, you're pretty, mediocre sex, and I added the caveat in my head, the additional in my head, but a good personality.
Yeah.
Versus sex, good sex, you're not so pretty, and you're
mean
outside of that useless.
Mean as hell.
And it's also not to say that, because I don't want motherfuckers to conflate that pretty girls don't have good sex or something, and ugly girls do have.
Yeah, we're not
just saying
that.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just using that because pretty is going to
be
be humble. What's good?
Be humble. What's happening? Pretty is going to be rare. Super ugly is going to be rare, right? So you're going to have a whole bunch of people in the middle, and great on both ends of the spectrum and terrible on both ends of the spectrum is going to be kind of rare.
Yeah.
Right? So you're going to have everything in between.
I find
right?
that.
So you can have a great looking girl who's going to give out, good sex or whatever, and a terrible looking woman who's going to give out terrible sex. I mean,
what I hear with that, and I'm not saying you're wrong by any means. I'm just
no, this is a question.
When it comes to that, I hear a lot of times a lot of guys talk about how bad pretty women are at sex because they have so many men approaching them that they have the choice between how many ever, and they
just
they end up never really actually
thing, right? So it hasn't been required because the men who maybe who've been with them are okay with just getting them, the person.
Mm-hmm. Right, they're so pretty. Yeah,
they're so pretty. It's like, oh, you're so beautiful. You know what I mean? Type shit. And right, you get stuck in that.
That ties into a
versus like the little ugly chick. Like, oh nigga, I'm finna reel her out.
Yeah,
she ugly. Like,
finna put her through the mattress. You hear me? Finna put her through the mattress.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
finna be in that bitch going. You don't even fucking up her face. You in there trying to put her through the mattress.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. But I mean.
The whole time.
Yeah, all in there. She's like, I can't breathe. You like, okay, now go back down. Like all type of shit, yeah.
Be humble said,
I can't breathe, I'll wear a t-shirt. Put George Floyd in there. My bad. My bad.
Be humble said, my pee partner says all pee is good pee if you know how to work it or let it work for you.
Oh, look at Be Humble, man. Hey, man, don't be trying to get no brides in our off our shit, man. Trying to do that. Talking about I'm coming to Chicago, too.
Yeah, hey, speaking of Be Humble, I was actually, we'll talk about that afterwards, after this. But yeah, you guys got anything else for that so we can
that was it.
So
something I was talking.
Official answer. But so the question was, do you think men prefer good women and mediocre sex versus ugly women and good sex?
I'm pretty.
Oh no, you said prettiness over sex.
Men overall, I believe, for the short term, prefer the great sex, but I don't think men want to sell off with the ugly bitch. Yeah. That's just my opinion. So.
You didn't want to come outside with her. You ain't gonna want to really do nothing with her. You're just gonna be in the house fucking and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I think for that to be in anybody's top 3 requirements, Even top 5, you know, people can do whatever they want, whatever. Of course, we know that people can do whatever they want or have whatever preferences they want. I think that's a distraction.
What, good sex?
Yeah, like for that to be like I'm sorry, let me be specific. For it to be a deal breaker. Like there's so much more to a relationship and dealing with a person than that.
Well, it's different between men and women. So,
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Whatever they might, you know. But for men, I don't know.
It's only so many blowjobs you can give me for my birthday, for Christmas.
It's like birthday, another blowjob.
Yeah, Martin Luther King Day, Black History Month, Father's Day, 4th of July. All
For
this.
Black History Month is crazy.
It's just so
What are you
much.
dealing with? All right?
It's just only so much of that fellatio you can give me for that. Like it's gonna start to be like, I want to be taken out too. I want you to like do something for me too. Like,
Yeah, well, how good are you outside of that? What are you useful for outside
Ukrainian, nigga. It's Martin Luther King's birthday. Let me go. Malcolm X's birthday, May 20.
yeah, we gotta get Martin Luther King birthday. Juneteenth, yeah.
You finna get you some this weekend, boy.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Welcome to a Father's Day rendition of your favorite after church podcast, the No Key Podcast.